Hello ladies, so I got a question on here a few weeks back regarding pubic hair. Is it okay to shave it? Should we leave it alone? Is it really healthy? Well, let's just talk about this for a few minutes. Now I will start with this. Pubic hair is normal. When we have it and it grows to its fullness, that does not mean that we're not clean or we're not hygienic. This is a normal process in our bodies. This is just how our bodies are set up. So when we disrupt that process by shaving, waxing, nairing, whatever it is that we're doing, then there's always chance that we could have other things happen as a result that are not always all that great. For instance, when we're shaving, when we're waxing and all of that, there's more chance that we'll get cuts, bumps, rashes, ingrown hairs, hair bumps, all kinds of things, burns. So if we weren't doing those things, then of course we wouldn't be disrupting how our bodies are normally set up and we would not have to deal with this stuff. But as you and I both well know, most of us in some way, shape, or form are trimming down that hair down there. So what are some tips that we can use in order to make this process for us a little bit not so uncomfortable? How can we avoid some of the pitfalls that come along with shaving, waxing, and removing the hair that's naturally supposed to be there? Now, of course, all the ladies that are au naturel won't have to worry about this. Their hygiene routine typically is soapy warm water, patting dry, letting her breathe, and that's about it. You just get it and go. Now, for those of us that are shavers, of course, we always want to use a clean blade. I know that gets expensive, but every single time that we shave, we should be using a new razor if we have disposable ones, or we should be replacing that blade, because there's bacteria that reproduce and grow as our shaver is sitting on a shelf in the shower with all that humidity. So then every time that we go to shave with that same blade, that bacteria is getting deposited right down in our jewelry box, and we don't need that. Also, if we wind up cutting ourselves by accident with that same blade, then that bacteria is right there, and that's just not going to be good. That's where things like boils can come from, and abscesses, these skin infections that occur because bacteria have gotten in a place that they just don't need to be. But see, if we left the hair there, we wouldn't have to worry about this kind of stuff. Now, would we, ladies? But it's okay. It's okay, because I understand. So clean blade every single time. We need to use something that will keep the area moist. So it could be soap, it could be a shaving cream, but make sure we use something that doesn't have any fragrance to it, because then that can mess up our pH, and then that's a whole nother situation. We don't need to cause problems with the pH. So yes, clean blade, make sure we use something to keep it moist as we're shaving. Go in the direction of the hair, not against the hair, because that will cut down on you having it's called folliculitis, where you just have too much inflammation of the hair follicle, and they can cause all kinds of unsightly bumps, and they just hurt. And sometimes they can get infected too. So doing that, bikini zone is a good idea to use after shaving. That'll help to calm down any inflammation in the skin, because shaving is inflammatory to the skin. You know, it's not a natural thing. Our skin is not used to that, but we do it. But still, waxing also, but they usually give you something to put on right after to calm down any inflammation, so we don't have any irritations or anything like that. Always before and after shaving or waxing, take a look down there for any cuts, any bumps, any rashes, any burns, any irritation, redness, anything that's out of the ordinary, and report that to your healthcare provider, especially if it's getting worse over time or it's just lingering and not going away. The other thing, little piece of advice for us shavers, is use a mirror. So we're not just going down there all brazen and blind, cutting stuff up. We're going to use a mirror. They have the fogless ones, so that way we can use them in the shower when we shave. So these are just some ways that we can have a better outcome if we are going to remove the hair. But ladies, it is natural and more hygienic and just better off if we leave her alone. But I already know how it goes down. So these are at least some tips that you can use to help make this process a little less irritating, so to speak. I'll see you ladies next time. Until then, be well.